Well, last year, the Aussie gaming industry generated nearly $3 billion. This figure was up some 4% on 2015's sales. But the government, according to Big Ant Studios CEO Ross Symons, is sending mixed messages, describing the budget as downright hostile to game development. To weigh in on the future gaming debate, I'm pleased to say Ross joins the program now from Melbourne. Ross, appreciate your time this afternoon. Look, can we just start more broadly with the issue of government funding, or to be more precise, the lack of government funding? Why do you think that is, particularly considering recommendations handed to the government that really looked at addressing increased funding for the industry?
Well, I think the issue is that we don't know. It's been more than a year since the findings, and we haven't heard a thing. We're one of the few Western nations that haven't recognised video games and the games industries in general as a powerhouse. And in fact, even the British government that's in turmoil, they have managed to put a plan together.
Can I ask from somebody within the industry what you see as the, I suppose, impact, if you like, of that lack of government funding, particularly versus compared to sort of peer state economies?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that we have is we've got this perfect storm that we're hitting people at education and making it harder. We're hitting 457s and so on coming in. So we're in an industry that is leading edge. And a lot of the time, the Sonys and the Microsofts of the world are the only ones that can train the talent we need. So we're being hit from all angles. And then when we do train people, it is hostile here. It is organic growth relative to, say, Canada, where a Prime Minister goes around visiting studios almost on a monthly basis. We've got Big Ant staff heading to Canada. We've got them heading to Europe.
And why is that? Is it a case of not being able to match salaries? Is it more they see a bigger career path on offer in other countries? What's actually sending those skilled people away?
It's mostly opportunity in terms of size of business. So we're growing and we're doing well. And as you're saying, there's $3 billion here. 81% of the income into game developers is clean export income. You know, it's all digital. It's frictionless. So what's happening is that people are leaving for opportunity that is overseas, because it's not that we're asking for a handout from government. We just want to level the playing field, because unfortunately we could deal with the tyranny of distance and we could grow as we were in the past. But now we've got active governments trying to poach developers all the time.
And as a consequence of that, I mean, are you having to utilise 457 visas, and do you see that being more difficult into the future with changes to the 457 visa?
Oh, absolutely. So we're now a risky place to come. I've got staff that had the rules changed on them where they were going to become permanent residents next month, and they're now looking at 2020. People can't depend on the laws as they stand.
It's interesting that this comes at a time when we're hearing from the government about the importance of STEM education, something that flows so perfectly into that broader gaming industry. It does seem a little perplexing.
Yeah, it's very hard to understand. We are the perfect fusion of innovation and art. And you know, we essentially have half of our workforce are the finest programmers you'll ever find, and the best artists, and we fuse them together. We are creative, we are innovative, and we spill to so many other industries. Every product you look at will have some sort of gamification. The first man that walks on Mars will have done so in virtual reality first.
That really crystallises the point. Ross Symons, really appreciate your time this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, James. Cheers.
And that is it for the program for this week. Thanks very much for watching.